Going live, going live. You're live. It says I'm live, so hopefully somebody will come and join me. Now I have to figure out how I can see you on here, and maybe somebody can show me how. So I'm trying to watch it here so I can watch your chit chat, but I'll wait a few minutes, see if anyone comes in. And I can see I'm going to have a delay. So I got to turn the volume down on this. Okay. There. Now I think we got that part. So you guys don't have to hear me twice. Once is probably more than enough. So I'm going to wait and see if anyone comes in, and I see that I am just kind of a little delayed here, so, but I have a couple things to discuss, so we'll wait and see if anyone comes in. If not, it's kind of a wasted live time, but I wanted to try it for the first time and see, because I thought maybe I would craft with you guys if I can get this live thing down, because Crystal and Brittany have not been on lately, and I've kind of missed you guys hanging out and crafting while they were crafting. So I thought, well, okay, I don't know if she got a job. I did text her to ask, but they haven't been on in a while. So I thought, well, I'll try and do this live feed and see if I can get it done. I don't know if it's my thing or not, but we'll see who comes on. And I am just yapping to myself. So, but anyway, so let me see if it shows up as live. So we'll see who comes on. Is anybody on? Hi Andrea, hi Dawn. I'm glad to see people are coming on. Is Stephanie on? It says hi Stephanie. Hi Stephanie. I'm doing good. I'm glad you guys are joining me. I just thought I'd give this a try. I didn't bring any crafty stuff out yet because I thought, well, let's just give it a try and see how it works out. And I have my computer here so I can read you, so I don't have to crank my neck to read up there. So we'll see how it goes. How has everybody been, and what have you been working on? I have been doing swaps, and I just I got into a Scrap-A-World Swap-A-Palooza, and I didn't realize until today that just because I made the same item, I did use different papers, and that's a no-no. So I have to remake all of those that I made using the same paper pack. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be the same paper, just the same paper pack. The good thing is it wasn't loaded envelopes or anything, so that's all right. Bar Harbor, Andrea, woohoo! Lucky you. You are very a lucky girl. Is there somebody there that you know, or just a vacation period? We are headed to Georgia in, hi Angela. Stephanie, I'm not sure if I remembered to say hello. Stephanie, Dawn. Oh, hi Michelle, I just saw that you were on. We are headed to Georgia on Saturday. Tragically, though, our ex-son-in-law, who was only 38 years old, passed away last Thursday. And so my grandkids are going through a rough time. They're young, 13. Well, one will be 13. One just turned 10 and the other one is 8. And so they need Papa and Grammy. So we're going to head down there. We were already heading down there. Unfortunately, we can't get there for their daddy's funeral because my husband has an obligation on Saturday. So he's going to do that Saturday morning, and then we are heading down Saturday afternoon. So, but you know, I told him you'll see Papa on Sunday. We're going to really push it. I don't usually travel long distances for long hours. We always travel long distances, but I've had a couple neck surgeries and some issues with that. So just be praying for my grandkids because I feel bad. No child should have to go through that. And I have gone through that when my stepfather passed away when I was 12, and he was the only father I knew because my father didn't want me. So when I was 6, my mother married him, and when I was 12, he was killed in Vietnam. So, you know, but I told well, she's actually my stepdaughter, but I call her my daughter, you know, that kids are resilient and they'll get through it. But anyway, so I didn't want to be Debbie Downer. Let's, last trip for 10 days every October. Oh, well, that's nice. That is very nice. I love going on vacations with other people. It just makes it a lot more fun. I've taken 3 cruises. The first one I took was with 30 other people. We had a blast. The second one I took was with my son and his buddy and my husband, who I was separated from at the time. He's now my ex-husband. So originally my son and his buddy were supposed to be in one cabin, but anyway, so what it was, long story short, that was horrible. But then the next cruise I took, I went with 6 people. We had a blast. So vacationing with friends is the best. I want to make some pumpkin spice cards. That is my crafty goal for tonight. What are pumpkin spice cards? Dawn, I'd like to see those when you're done. I don't do Halloween. Matter of fact, today I got I don't know if you guys know who Love from Lizzie is, but her whole kit was Halloween. And I don't do Halloween, never have, never going to. So now I'm kind of stuck with this beautiful kit. It is absolutely gorgeous, but it comes from Australia, so I pay a lot of money for it. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but okay, Dawn, I will look for that. I think I did subscribe to your post. So, hey, I'm really sorry about messing up the packages, Jeressa. Am I saying that right, Jeressa? Because I thought when you said 5, that included you. So that was my mistake. I should have asked. I just assumed, and you know what they say about assuming. Angela, I tried to do destashes on YouTube. Nobody ever touches them. I don't care how cheap I go. So what I did is I deleted them all, and then I just gave the stuff away. Because I wanted to destash things I didn't need to make room for things that I did need. Just no luck. So you do for another week. Oh, darn. How big is it, Dawn? I mean, what do I have to do? Because like I said, I'm leaving Saturday. I mean, I have a house down in Georgia with some craft stuff, but I am packing craft stuff to take down with us now, so I don't have to take it all in January when we go for the winter. So So you don't do you don't do Halloween, but you do like fall. Okay. Okay. Well, then I'm glad I didn't do Halloween things. That's the one thing about this time of year and doing swaps is I'm afraid I'm going to get Halloween things and I just give them away. Yeah, you guys go check out Jeressa's coffee, tea, and me type of swap she's got. It looks like a lot of fun. I sent my stuff in because I was running a little late because it totally slipped my mind. I already sent in for yours, Michelle. I was your first entry into your challenge because I know how important birthday challenges are. And so you guys check out Little Crafts Creations. That's Michelle. Very easy challenge. All she wants is a birthday card because it's her birthday and a banner. You can't get any easier than that. It's so easy to decorate a banner. You don't even have to go overboard. So, but anyway, Dawn, I will try and check that out. And if it's something that I could, I did like and subscribe, I'm pretty sure, on yours. You know, it's funny. I don't know a whole lot about YouTube, but there was a challenge that I was in, and one of the winners, when she looked up the name, she didn't show up as a subscriber, so she lost out on the gift. And so the girl that thinks she won said, well, how do I know if you can visibly see me? Nobody knew. So that's one thing I did know, so I went in and explained it to her. My stepson, who I call my son, he was born on Halloween too. So anyway, yeah, so I went on this girl's YouTube and explained to them how to tell. That's one thing I do know because I learned that very early from the beginning from, I think it was maybe Crystal, who had said something about having to be a visible subscriber. So yeah, there's a lot of Halloween birthdays. Yeah. And I had never, my ex-brother-in-law, he was Christmas. My girlfriend's father was Christmas. I mean, I know a lot of people with Christmas birthdays, and funny enough, I have 3 girlfriends whose birthday is April 15th, tax day. So I never forget theirs because we're always getting our taxes in on the 15th because my husband doesn't want to give the government a penny more than he has to before he has to, because he worked in the Navy for 26 years, and so it's just one of his little quirks, and we accept that. But yeah, so that's just funny. But I did want to mention to you guys about my challenge that I have going. In case some of you might be new to my channel. A couple of you are. So if you don't mind, I'll go over it real quick just to give another update on it, because as you know, I am leaving Saturday, but I talked to the mail lady. They're holding all my mail till I come back. They always do. And she said no matter how many packages in, it's fine. So I wanted to just kind of give a quick update because I've actually only had 1 entry into my challenge. The thing is, it's not even due until November 15th, so I'm not worried about it. But I thought, you know, I want to keep it fresh in people's mind while I'm gone. And basically, the challenge is a thankful challenge, because I thank God for you guys coming into my life. As some of you know, some of you don't know, my son was killed in Iraq in September of 2005. And through all that, I have had a, what they call a meltdown. It's not a nervous breakdown. I wasn't out of my mind, but they call it a meltdown. And so my way of dealing with things was to just bury it all. Well, through having a grief counselor, which to me, I would do that. I want my grandkids in grief counseling. But anyway, let's get on with it. I have always buried it, and through the grief counselor, I've learned to not bury it, to share it, and to do something positive out of the negative. So my mother and I have, for the last few years, been doing the Operation Christmas Child Samaritan's Purse in memory and honor of my son. Well, usually her and I each do 4 boxes. But I thought, since now that I'm on YouTube and you guys are so giving, that my challenge would be that for every item that you send in for Samaritan's Purse that you send to me, for my mom and I to pack up a bunch of boxes, I will give you 5 points. So if you go to the Dollar Tree and you pick up 5 items, then that's 25 points. Now, FBA, God love her, Farisha, she ended up with 60 points because she sent the, let me see if hers is in here. Some of this is hers and some of this is mine. But she sent this, all her stuff was in that. And then she sent like this stuff, I think that was hers. She sent a girl's box and a boy's box. But we stuff these full. So we really do make sure that we have them crammed full. But anyway, inside each one of these, she put 5 items. 5 for a girl and another package with 5 for a boy. So I was able to fold the plastic thing and put it underneath. She sent a chapstick for each one, so on and so forth. But I also have a crafty challenge, not really for me, but maybe for me, however you want to look at it. I have, if you send in a journal or an album, that's 10 points. If you send in a pocket letter, that's 10 points. A loaded envelope is 10 points. And any other altered item is 10 points. But if you do like dominoes, you have to do 3 of them for your points. You must send me a 3x5 IC card with your name, your YouTube name, your address, your favorites, favorite color, favorite style, whatever. And your email, so I can email you. That is an automatic 5 points. So anyway, for every 25 points, I put in another gift box. If you go over on my videos, you can see all the requirements, because I also put on there things you can send. You cannot send to these children guns, candy, because they found it was melting and making a mess. You can't send liquids, stuff like that. But anyway, you can go on the website for Christmas Child, Operation Christmas Child, but I listed all the things you can send. You can send a lot of wonderful things. My mom and I usually send, for the boys, a basketball, and we also put in we take all the air out of it so we can fit it in the box. Take all the air out of it, and we put a pump in, a little portable pump for them to pump it up. For the girls, we usually do a soccer ball because soccer is big in a lot of these countries. We usually put in either a deck of cards or dominoes or colored pencils. All of this stuff you can buy at the Dollar Tree. You really can. The first couple years, we didn't do that because I didn't even think about it. But then the people from my church are going, why do you buy all these expensive gifts? You can do more boxes and spend less money so we could spread it across. So last year is the first year that my church actually did it. So that was fun for me to see. They had only ordered like 25 boxes and ended up sending 75. So this year they got 150 boxes, and I'm pretty sure they're going to go way over that because like we don't always use these. We go to Walmart and get the 5 shoe boxes for like $3 or whatever it is. I don't know what it is this year. So it's just a lot of fun, and it's a way for me to give back, because I also sponsor a young lady that was born on the day that my son was killed in a country, a very poor country. So I sponsor her because out of the ashes there has to be something. So it's just little things like that that I do to honor and remember my son. But anyway, so go and check out my my video that I had posted about the challenge, and you'll get more information that way, because I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I'm just not used to this live feed. But, and I also, on my last video, I have a hidden giveaway, and all you had to do on that one is to make a comment. And you'll hear what the comment has to be when you watch the video. And that video was about, my girlfriend brought me over all this stuff for making a junk journal that she found that she was going to be throwing away. Can you believe it? Oh, Don, well, we'll talk to you later, honey. Thank you for coming on and chatting with me. That was very sweet. And I'm going to go check out your page. Just make sure that I've done what I needed to do. So, but anyway, so you take care. Where was I? Oh, so I have a hidden challenge in that, but she brought me over. I just now put all this stuff away. I have an autistic daughter who I'm bringing home tomorrow. So I have to, if you saw my table right now, you would see the mess, because I had all this stuff ready to ship for Scrapper World. Now I have to redo it. But, so I have to clear all that off. But, where was I going with this? Boy, oh boy, oh boy, you know your mind's gone when you forget that fast. I was talking about my, oh, that's what it was. Hi, Dayton's grandma, and I should know your name, but I can't think of it. Your real name. But anyway, she brought me over these cool books and newspapers from 1894. Can you believe that? Linda, I will try and remember that, Linda, but as you be able to tell here in a minute, I am horrible with names. But, so I shared the video of everything that she had brought over to me that day. And so now she does not do paper crafting, but she is actually, after seeing what I did with the Dollar Tree challenge, and now I've done my own, started a junk journal. Now she wants to make one. I'm so excited because it'll be fun to have somebody do paper crafts, because I open my home once a month for a quilt group, because I've always quilted. And so every month we've gotten together and we quilt. And I used to have machines for everybody, and all they had to do was bring their stuff that they wanted to work on. But as of late, the last year, I've kind of put the quilting aside and went on to paper crafting and mixed media, because for me that's more rewarding, and I think it's because you get more instant gratification. And it's a little less stressful for me. I mean, not that quilting is stressful. Some of the quilts that I have made are stressful, but I do that to myself, because you don't need to make these big, awesome quilts. But anyway, so now when they come over, some of them still quilt. But my mother is legally blind, so she's had to kind of give that up. So her and I have been making cards on our quilt day. And so we've had a lot of fun with that. So I am very blessed to be able to switch gears. I've sold some of my sewing machines, but I still always have sewing machines for the girls. But now I don't have 6 machines set up every month out here on my dining room table so they could all sew at once. Because now we usually don't all sew at once. We have maybe 2. But I also collect, I don't know if you guys know what a Singer featherweight machine is, but they're these little 1956, 54 sewing machines. They only weigh 13 pounds. I have a few of those, and now my girlfriends know how to sew on those, so they've been using those. So that's always fun to, how do I want to say it? To bring those into our lives, because I sit there when I'm sewing on one and think of what the woman that owned it back in 1954, what she was going through at that time, because those were rough times. Those were rough times. And by the way, I just hope you all will just pray for those families and people in Las Vegas. What a horrific, horrible thing to happen. I mean, I cannot even imagine what was going on. We're back. Satan is alive and well. As soon as I said to start praying for the people in Las Vegas, let me tell you how this just went straight out. So, I will say it again. Be in prayer for those people in Las Vegas. Be in prayer for the man that shot them's family. They have to live with that the rest of their lives. How very selfish and how very... Anyway, you don't even want to get me started. Because it's just awful. Hi, Deb. How are you? Good to see you. I see I didn't win, but I'm used to not winning. I said to somebody, I enter all these things and I never win. So, but that's okay. It's always fun just to enter. And I love seeing what everybody's been doing. So that's the fun. You guys just missed Deb's challenge. Some of you entered it, but I'm sure she'll be having another one. So yeah, be in prayer for the people in Vegas and all the things that were going on there. Just know that you know there's evil, and you know it has. I don't think personally it has anything to do with gun control, because it's the evil people that do the wrong with the guns. It's not you and I. I mean, we know what they're used for. Hunting, you know, to feed your family, that kind of stuff. But anyway, again, I'm not going to get political, but I just want you guys to keep. We're back. Don't know why that keeps happening. And I'm pretty sure that, you know. But anyway, so what are you guys working on? I know that a pumpkin spice there, and I can't wait to see what she does, because I have never heard of that. Deb, what are you working on? Deb, did you tell me that you have videos on making jewelry or tutorials for us beginners that have bad hands? I so want to make, I have all this stuff that I bought in D-stashes, and I want to make them. I have made like what I put on your thing, but it's not great. It's not even good. So I would love to figure out how to make them. So that would be, it's only one way of doing a chunky charm so far. Cool. Well, I'll have to go check it out. Like I said, we're going to be traveling, and I can do YouTube on my phone in the car while my husband's driving, because he listens to Fox and all that other stuff. So I'll just put my headphones on. What is stuff for your kids? Christmas. Is that part of your... Oh, you retracted that, so that wasn't something we were supposed to see, I guess. Oh, that's funny. I do that, but I don't know how to retract it once I put it out there. So my mouth always overrides my brain, I think. I have lots of stuff for projects with me to work on, Judy. Cool. So you do get time to do that while you're there. That's good. Even though, isn't this time of year where you're at good whale watching time? Or maybe that's not where you're at. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong coast. Something I've always wanted to do. Dolphins and whale watching. Ah, sweet. Sweet. I would love to be sitting by the fire right now. But it's cold here. As you know, I'm in New York. It is cold. I think this morning when I got up at 9 o'clock, I am not a morning person. When I got up at 9 o'clock, it was only 36 degrees, for crying out loud. We now have no leaves on our trees at our house. Although my mom lives 5 miles away, she still has most of her leaves. But we live up a mountain, so we have no leaves. And that means we're about 2 weeks ahead of schedule than what we should be. So that does not make Judy happy, because I do not like the cold, and I do not want to deal with any snow. None. Zip. Hate snow. So I want to be out of here before the snow flies, but I don't think that's going to happen this year. And my husband finally turned on the heat last night, but he's going to have to turn on the wood stove because we had to have our fuel filled this morning, and it's so expensive. It's 44 where you're at? Yikes, no wonder you're sitting by the fire. Ew. So what are you making, Michelle, for your kids' Christmas? Or do you not want to say because they might read it? Oh, Lordy. So, Andrea, did you take Christmas stuff to work on, or just projects that you have due? That's my husband going in and out. He went down and got coffee, but I make my own decaf here at night. He always goes down to Dunkin' Donuts, and I did too, but I finally bought myself a Keurig. I don't want to say they're not too far. Oh, okay. Okay. Fair enough. Last year we had a old-fashioned Christmas. The grandkids did get things that weren't exactly all homemade, but everyone else got homemade gifts. You had to make the gift. So, but this year we've actually, not we, my son and his girlfriend have decided they're not going to exchange gifts with any adults. Only for the kids. Hey, that's fine, whatever. Because I was just going to give them gift cards this year anyway, and I still probably will, because that's just always what I've done. So, we'll see. We'll see. Christmas is a little ways off. Tomorrow, my son turned 33 today, my surviving son. And so tomorrow we're having dinner with them. So I will find out from him exactly what's going on. But I know with young people today, you know, they live above their budgets. They both work, both have good jobs, but he's got 3 kids that that he pays a lot of support on and high insurance costs. So it is what it is. But I really want to. I had made all my Christmas cards already. I was all done with it. But so many of the swaps that I've done lately have requested Christmas cards. So now when I go south, I am going to be working on some Christmas cards. And really, I am going to catch up on a lot of my scrapbook pages that I have fallen so far behind from doing all these challenges. So I have a lot of scrapbook pages I need to catch up on, so we'll see. But I do have to remake some Christmas cards. But I had gotten some really pretty kits from Love from Lizzie. So I think I'm going to work on those. And some of them are those decoupage, and I didn't know what that meant. I thought I had to decoupage them. But actually all they were is they stack up. You have to use little foam squares, and they stack up so it looks like they're layered. So that was interesting to do. I've never done that for a card kit. So, and there, let's see, there was polar bears, penguins, Santa Clauses, snowmen. So I got to put the cards together when I go south. So they should be pretty. And I'm trying to remember the lady. Now let me think. I sent it off to her. She's actually having a challenge where you send in Christmas cards for special needs children. And so she's doing a challenge for you to send her, for every 2 cards, I think you get 5 points. So I sent 4 in. Having an autistic daughter who absolutely loves getting mail. That's a big thing for her. I thought, oh, this is right up my alley. So I sent 4 in the other day. I thought, well, I've already got them made. I can just send them in. So that was fun. Let's see, what else? What do you guys want to talk about? Because I'm not used to this live feed stuff. Does anyone else have any exciting news? Oh, you made a journal for this month? Well, that's cool. I actually am going to be doing a planner. I bought one in a D-stash from Crafty Bean. It's beautiful. And I have so many appointments between my mom, my daughter, and myself that I can never keep them straight. Oh, my husband would love that, Andrea. He loves, loves, loves his lobsters. Loves them. I don't eat seafood. I can't get past the smell. I will eat fried shrimp on occasion, but it can't be heavily breaded and it can't be overcooked. So, as you can tell, not often. So you love your happy planner. Oh. But you love lobster more. Oh, scallops. Ugh. I make those for my husband, but I ain't touching them. Hi, Tea Friday. What's your real name? Not that I'm going to remember it, but I always feel weird saying 77 or Tea Friday, whatever. Yeah, the thing on scallops is you have to make sure that they are sea scallops, because otherwise you could be eating dolphin or anything else. Oh man, we have a 5-star restaurant here in the Binghamton area that in the month of July, they have a lobster dinner for $30. You get a whole lobster. You get corn on the cob, shrimp, and salt potatoes and strawberry shortcake. But if you want to pay $10 more, you can get 2 whole lobsters. My husband gets the 2 lobsters and all the fixins for $40. So, oh, not me. Well, yeah, my friend comes from Maine, and matter of fact, they have she's lived there, but they still have a cottage there. So she went up there, and I think it was 3 weeks ago, she brought my husband back 5 lobsters, and he ate every one of them. Blech. Oh, well, this kit that I bought Jeressa from Crafty Bean, she sent everything with it. I don't have to buy anything. I don't think so. She even sent paper clips, just everything. So I'm tickled to death. Now, to keep all these appointments straight, that's what I started to tell you. I've always kept a little calendar in my purse, but things can really get messed up in there because you're taking it in and taking it out. So I thought I'd do the planner, and I'd be able to kind of journal my own days too, and then be able to translate them, because when I scrapbook, I am a horrible journaler. I put the pictures in, but 10 years from now, nobody's going to remember what that picture was about. Because that's one of the things that I am terrible about doing, is writing down and expressing myself. But I do much better expressing myself writing letters. So, but I'm gonna try and use the planner that way. If you guys do planners, let me know if there's a good place for me to learn how to really use a planner. I actually, Deb, take my pictures to Walmart, and I have an app on my phone for the ones that I take on my phone, and the ones that I've taken like on my husband's camera or something, I put it on a jump drive, and I just go to Walmart. Now, I do want to try, there is an online place to do it, and it's much, much cheaper than Walmart. And I do want to try theirs because I heard their quality of prints is phenomenal. But last year, like I said, everything was homemade for Christmas. My son wanted a scrapbook. So I did a scrapbook from the time he was born till the day he graduated from high school. So now he's 33. I don't know, I don't know if he wants one now from high school till now. I don't know. So, but that's what I do. I just go to Walmart, use the app. It's easier for me. And then I can pick the pictures that I want. When I divorced my husband, I had do you remember those old Tupperware coolers? Boy, am I aging myself. But those things are huge, and it was packed, jam-packed with pictures. And then when you look through them, they're of the dumbest things. Why did I take 10 pictures of some tall building? Okay, it was a tall building. One picture would have sufficed. And what is the building of? I don't know. I used to live outside of Chicago. It was someplace there. Can't tell you. You quit using it? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you got to be into it. Yeah, the one I got, it's pretty big, Jeressa, but what I figured I'd do is put it in my car, and then when I go into appointments and have to remake appointments with my mom, because she's really the one that I do a lot of appointments with because of her eyes and her oxygen and stuff like that. She's 85, for crying out loud. But I do a lot of appointments with her, so I figured I'd put it in my car, and that way I have it. You made baby mini albums. Oh, nice. Well, my husband will answer it out in his shop because he saw that I was still on here, so he went out to work. So he'll answer it. And it's his buddy anyway. So, if not, I'm going to have to pause this. Call from McDaniel's Tea. Okay, thank you. He answered it. But, so yeah, I'm thinking maybe I might do, maybe for his next birthday. Because really, he has 3 beautiful girls, and they're getting older. The one is 12. let's see, 12. One just turned 9 and the other one is 7. And he takes a lot of pictures and posts them on Facebook, but I never get them, so I try and snatch them off Facebook. So when I can snatch them off Facebook and then I put them onto my USB stick and take them into Walmart, then I'll be able to make him some of his girls. So those, because you know, if Facebook goes down, which someday I'm sure it will, just like MySpace, then he won't have those pictures anymore. So, you know, that's a dangerous thing when you're wanting to hold memories, because those things go away. You know, it's funny how we had, what was it, Yahoo Chat, then we had MySpace, and then we went on to Facebook. And I very rarely go on to Facebook anymore. If I do, it's 15 minutes a day, because I can't handle all the drama. I don't need to know when you had sex with your husband and that you're posting a new picture of your baby every day and, you know, this, that, and the other. You know, it's just so much drama. I use my Facebook page usually for prayer, and like things related to my son and his memorial, that type of stuff. But very, very, very rarely will you see me post anything personal. But that's just me. But I just think there's so much drama, and people tell other people so much stuff about their life. And I always tell my son, if you treat your girlfriend or wife or whatever like you treat your friends, there wouldn't be any more divorce. Trust me, I know. But my friends don't need to know all my personal life because they come over here. They already know it. So, but anyway, well, girls, so should the next time I come live, should I do a craft and you guys craft with me? Is there anything that we should work on? I don't know. Suggestions? I'm sure I've bored you guys to death. I don't mean to, but like I said, Crystal and them haven't been on, and I've missed seeing you guys. Andrea, I was used to seeing you every night. I was used to seeing Dana and Michelle and Linda. Jerissa, I'm so glad to meet you. I've been watching some of your YouTube videos. I know you had gone a long time without being on, but it's good that you're back on and busy and running your challenge and that. So that's good. You know, this is how I can stay connected. And it's relaxing for me. And this kind of chat, actually, I'm kind of happy that, you know, this is what we're doing. So, you know, I start to meet people, and then when they kind of go away, it's like, okay, not that I always think I do something wrong, but, you know, sometimes you go, did I say something wrong? I figure maybe Crystal got a job, and so if she did, I'm sure her time is going to be much more limited. But yeah, so if you guys have an idea of maybe something we could sit and craft together, that would be fun. Something we could all work on at once or something like that. I don't know. I haven't been doing this long enough to really do a tutorial on anything, but let me tell you, I've made a lot of different mini books and stuff like that. So, but yeah, we could do that. Of course, Deb, if you went live, you could show us how to do a charm or jewelry, because I've seen your jewelry. It is beautiful. Some embellishments and stuff. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, because I really do need to make embellishments, because I spend an awful lot of money on buying embellishments for the things that I do. So yeah, that's something Is there any good YouTube sites that I could go and look at to see about making embellishments? Andrea, do you do tutorials? I don't know. I can't remember if I've seen tutorials on yours. Jerissa, do you do tutorials on your stuff? Huh. Jerissa, am I pronouncing your name right? Just kind of curious because I am not good with names. I told you that before. Awesome. Yay. Judy gets a gold star. Yay. I got it right. I was like nervous, like, oh boy, am I really butchering her name, because I am bad about that. Oh, I will be on the art tiles. Really? The ones like you sent into Crystal and Brittany? Those are beautiful. I'd love to know how to make those. Oh, okay, Jerissa. I would love to know how to make the art tiles. And Felicia sent me the dominoes as part of her entry. Gorgeous! I cannot believe the gorgeous dominoes that Crystal and Brittany have been getting. Oh my gosh! Who would have thought you could make such beautiful dominoes? I mean, I sent dominoes out to people that didn't have dominoes. I didn't do the domino challenge. I did send the cards, but I just didn't have time, and I couldn't think of how do you alter a domino. But now it's like, whoa, they are beautiful. And, you know, I'd be tempted to make them into jewelry, you know, a necklace or something. They are beautiful. Unbelievable. Okay, Andrea, I'm going to be waiting. Don't make it too long. Don't wait too long. I'm not a patient person. That's not true. I am a patient person. Now, my husband is not a patient person. Jerissa, you should go look at some of the dominoes that these girls have done. It is stunning what they have done to dominoes. Puzzle pieces? I've never seen an altered puzzle piece. Wow. Okay, Andrea, we'll let you go have your vacation. But then after that, when do you get back? Oh, Lord, I'm terrible. My husband says I'm a slave driver. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you'd never even seen one, Jerissa. I hadn't. I had never seen them. Other of October. I don't know what that means. Go watch old videos of Kathy's cards. She had a challenge of altered puzzle pieces. That one for altered pot holders. Now she's doing CDs. Yeah, I sent in the CD ones already because, again, I have an elderly mother. She lives by herself. She doesn't live in a senior home. But I know a lot of the ladies at the senior home, and that kind of stuff just thrills them to death. So I sent that right in. Oh, okay. I love doing the flip books too. If you go on my videos, you'll see some that I've made. I'm telling you, I watch Scrap-A-World and I watch Rosa Kelly. Those two ladies can make photo albums and flip books and stuffed envelopes like nobody's business. Absolutely love watching them. Love it. How did I miss your altered domino, Andrea? I'm going to have to go and look. Was it on Crystal's site? Huh. Yeah, Rosa Kelly is amazing. And now I see she's part of a design team. So I just don't want to have to get into watching are buying kits to go along with what they're doing. I like using my own papers that I already have because golly knows I have enough. So, but I can't wait to see what she does with this new paper pack she just got. I did go online to see, but they didn't have the paper that she was talking about. Well, Andrea, I am going to have to go and look, but everything you do is always gorgeous. No, I didn't. I'm going to have to go look. How do I miss these things? I don't know. I don't know how I miss them. Well, I was thinking of you today, Andrea, and that's why I ended up getting on live. I have the, hold on one second. I'm going to go get it so I can explain to you what I have. Hold on. Okay, see, didn't take me long. I have this on my desk in my craft room, sewing room, whatever. And that is a charm that you made for me. And I have that hanging there. And it makes me, when I have things like this, I always stop and pray for the people that sent it to me. So when I see things. And Michelle, I have this that you sent to me, and I haven't used any of these, which I need to, but that always makes me think of you too. So I just always say what I call ditty prayers. They're just little quick prayers that, you know, I do when I see something that somebody has gifted to me, like little keepsakes. So that's why I decided to go live today, because I was thinking about you and how long it's been since we talked. Is this an art tile? Is that what that is? How would I know what that is? I don't think it said that it was an art tile. I didn't know what it was, but it's cool. Oh, I didn't know that, but it's beautiful. So that makes me think of you, so I pray for you. And Michelle, I have this from you, and it makes me pray for you. So that's what I do. I think that's what I've been put. Let's see, you can use 6x6 papers to alter a domino. What do you, decoupage them on or Mod Podge them? Yeah, Linda, I'm a... how do I want to say it? I'm a big prayer. I guess because I've needed prayer so much that I always think if God brings them into my mind by looking at this, then I must need to pray for them. That's all. It doesn't take much, and it reminds me of my friends. I haven't had, I have a paintbrush hanging up on my wall from another lady. And I always, when I go over by that wall and I see it, I think of her. And I have a couple other pieces in there by other ladies. And when they're little keepsakes like this, that's what I do. You know, I put them someplace where I can see them and know who it's from. And that's just what I do. It's just who I am. Anyway. You guys didn't need to know all that, or didn't want to know all that, but anyway, just so you know, you're always being prayed for. But yeah, I'll have to go and check out some embellishment videos. I won't be able to get on tomorrow, I don't think, because I have my daughter, and sometimes she wants to go to bed at 8 o'clock, but she doesn't stay there. Sometimes she does. She's so tired she just goes out, but I never know. So I don't make plans. If I get on, it'll be like tonight, just a last minute whimsy. So I love, Michelle, I love doing mixed media. I find that so much fun, and I just bought, it's very freeing, but I just bought a canvas. I can't think of the girl's name right now, but I want to do the canvas with her. She does beautiful mixed media canvases, and I want to do one to hang up in my home in Georgia. So that is my next thing I think that I want to do when I get back from Georgia, is a mixed media. You know, I bought the small one. I wasn't going to go big yet, but I do want to, I watch a lot of videos on that. So I do want to do the mixed media canvas. My husband's going through looking at me like, you're still yapping? If anyone knows how to do it and where. I go right online on YouTube and put in mixed media ideas, or mixed media cards, or mixed media canvas, whatever. And then you get all these. I'm trying to think of the girl's name. Well, Gina B. I think that's her name, Gina B. She just did a real pretty mixed media, I want to call it a treasure box, but it was kind of like a cigar box size, and she did a beautiful mixed media on that. And actually that is one of her prizes for her new challenge, and her challenge was very easy. Hi Angela, how are you, Angie B? How's things going? You got your wedding plans all straightened out for next year? I'm being a smart aleck. So we were just discussing the next time I come on live what we should be doing. You wanted to email me? Do you have my email address? We thought maybe the next time we got together we would do some embellishments. Okay, good. You have my email address, so we're all good. Yeah, we thought maybe we'd work together on doing embellishments. So my job is to go and find some embellishments, and maybe what I'll do is come on during that day and give you a list of things we might need, so you have them all right there, so you're not running around your room. I don't know, we'll see. It all sounds good, but you know, in reality, if I can undo chaos, that would be the thing to do. So, and I was reminding everyone of my challenge, Angie, so you can go check that out on my Thankful Challenge video and on my hidden giveaway for my last video. So, and that's a really nice prize, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'll keep the suspense up. So, but I seen you've been a very busy girl making junk journals for Brittany and Crystal. They are beautiful. Don't worry about it, honey, because I am going out of town till the end of October. I'm leaving Saturday, so just sit back. Don't stress. Things like that aren't worth stressing about. I totally understand that, so just chill out, okay? So, not to worry. I totally understand that, how that is. So, and did I peek at what? Did you do a VR? No, I didn't peek. I don't want to peek. I don't want to see it till I get it, so I won't be peeking. Okay, well, I won't peek. How's that? Because I like to be surprised. But yeah, like I said, don't worry about it, because I'm going to be gone. It wouldn't get here before I leave anyway, so, you know, don't worry about it. Wait till you can afford postage. I understand that. If it weren't for my husband running a business from the house, I wouldn't be able to do a lot of these challenges, but he writes it off on the business when he does my postage, so otherwise I wouldn't be able to. I mean, the other day I walked into the store to send 2 packages because they had to be in priority mailers. Well, guess what? Our post office doesn't carry priority mailers, And well, it's not even our post office. It's the closest one to us, but it's not our post office. She told me if I wanted them, I had to get them online. So instead, I ended up mailing them out on some other padded envelope that they had there. It cost me $22 to mail two. I want to say they were 9 by 12 packages. So yeah, just do not worry about it. So that was the first time my husband hadn't mailed it out because he didn't have the priority box or mailers, padded mailers. And since that's what their thing said, I figured I had to be in something exactly that size. I won't do that again. I told him we're just going to order the mailers and have them here because that was ridiculous. My husband about flipped out when he saw what I paid. So, but how do I know? One was going to California and the other one, Jerissa, where did you live? Oh, I can't even remember. But anyway, yeah. Oh, my challenge isn't due until November 15th is the last, Florida, yeah. Okay, thanks. November 15th is the very last day because I have to have those boxes packed for the kids' shoe boxes. I have to have them packed and down to where they pick them up at by the 15th of November. So, so that is the very, very, very last day. So, anytime before that, honey, that's fine too. And if you want, if you're going to enter the challenge, just send it all in one package so you're not mailing twice. That's just kind of silly. So, that might save you some postage. I don't know. So, okay. I'm sure I'm going to love my journal. You do beautiful work. So, I am not at all worried about that. So, and can we make like an altered domino, but it will. Yes, that's fine, but you have to do 3 of them if it's domino size, okay? You can make it out of cardboard if you want. I seen yours, Michelle, that you made for Crystal, and I don't think that was a domino, but you know, you would never been able to tell. So yeah, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, honey. I really am not fussy. I love what anybody sends to me. So you just sit back and relax. If you want to, I know money's tight and dominoes aren't always cheap, although I do get them at the Dollar Tree. But yeah, just whatever you want to do. And sometimes you don't have access to drive down to the Dollar Tree, so, and that's fine too. You know, we all do what we can do, and that's all. Angela, I am so excited to see what you do, but you know, like I said, I'm going to be out of town for almost 3 weeks, so you don't need to worry about that at all. And you got a lot on your plate. Has anyone heard from Oh, we will. We're going down to see the grandkids. I was explaining to the girls that my grandkids lost their natural daddy on Thursday. So they need Papa time. So the one is waiting to get her arms around Papa. So she is Papa's little honey. So, but she's been saying for weeks that he's just not getting there fast enough. And then after this, now it's really important to her that he get there faster. So, and we have a home there just a few miles from them. So, yeah, so we'll have a good time and I'll get the house ready for us to come in January, because you know how when it sits for 6 months like that, you got a lot of dust. And we had them redo the kitchen floor kitchen and bathroom and laundry room floor last week. So I'm sure I'm going to have dust everywhere. So I'll spend the first week cleaning, but that's okay. Yeah, it was sad. He had very little contact with his kids, even though the middle one was his princess. But due to him not paying child support and having some health issues, that he ended up in a nursing home the last few months. But they had no idea that he had gotten that bad. So she was kind of shocked when they called her Thursday and said he was in end of life care and then died 2 hours later. She didn't have time to say anything to her kids. So, but anyway, so it is what it is. But, I feel bad for my grandkids. So that's, my heart aches for them. But we'll get down there and love on them and spoil them rotten, because we always do that anyway. So it's just what grandparents do. So growing up, I didn't live near a grandparent. My kids didn't live near grandparents. So I think I maybe overdo the grandparent thing. My kids didn't have my mom around until they were in high school. So, yeah. So I think I go a little over the top. But, I mean, not in a bad way. I have rules at my house, and they all know it. And temper tantrums and fighting is not allowed. I can't handle the stress. So, but they know it. So, and they respect that because they love being there. So, but you're a single mom, right, Angela? I'm not sure how old your child is, but you probably have grandparents in their lives, so that's always nice. So I have grandkids here. Well, they live in Pennsylvania, and I live here in New York, about 40 miles away. Oh, 12. That's a good age. That's how old my granddaughter is. I have, I say 11 granddaughters because my son's girlfriend that he's been with for over a year has a little girl. So I have 11 granddaughters and 1 grandson. So I have a lot of girls. Oh. So, she has 3 grandmas. Do they spoil her rotten? Yes, they spoil her rotten. I see that. So, yep, my granddaughters love to come over here and sew, because I start at the age of 5 teaching them how to sew and make quilts. But now that I'm into paper crafting, they are now into doing scrapbooks, and my granddaughter wanted a planner, even though I still don't do a planner. I'm going to this year, but she wanted a planner for school because she had seen it on YouTube and thought that would be a good way for her to organize, because she's now in 8th grade. So she needed to be able to organize things and keep track of when things are due, because her mommy's not so good at that. So, yeah, so my grandkids, most summers, the grandkids here, I put into, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Binghamton University here in, it's a state university of New York. But they have a summer program of the arts, and I put my grandkids into that in the summertime, but this summer they were too busy with soccer and that. Mommy said nope, they couldn't do it this year. But they take 2 weeks, they stay with me, and they have a lot of fun doing that. And then the grandkids in New York that live 40 miles the other way, we have them in dance classes, because they have 3 kids. The one is only 6 months old, but the 5-year-old was the biggest klutz you ever met in your life. She trips over her own shadow, or did. So I told them that I would pay for her to go to dance class to try and get over that falling all the time. It really did work. Well, now her 3-year-old sister is the same way. So this year we have both of them in dance class, because it really did help them to learn balance and things like that. And they absolutely love it. So I'm thrilled to death. So yeah, I do spoil. But I mean, everything I do is usually educational, so, and that's all right. So yeah, I guess I was close to my grandmother even though I didn't live near her. I loved my grandma to death, but she died at the age of 62. I was 20 years old. And then I had my daughter when I was 22. So, but I always think of my grandma, and I have a lot of things that she used to have in her kitchen I have bought for my home here just to remind me of my grandma. So, weird things for me, but you know. But okay, ladies, well, I think I have bored you all to death. And but it's been good to see all of you and talk to all of you. And Andrea, you have a safe vacation. Be safe coming home. I mean, Andrea. Did I say Andrea? Yeah, I think I said Andrea. You have a safe trip, but enjoy whale watching. That's something I've always... Not boring? You're not bored? I would think by now I bored you all to death. I feel like I'm the only one talking. And I'm not usually that big of a talker unless I'm sitting at the kitchen table with people, then I can talk. But I always say, don't ever call me on the phone. I hate being on the telephone. But I love to sit at my kitchen table, enjoy a cup of coffee with a friend, and we'll sit and chat all day. So, I mean, we talk about everything, so that's what I'm here to do. Just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But you will have to give me a minute, though, to give a cup of coffee if you don't want to get off yet, because I need my coffee. So give me a minute. You guys talk among yourselves. Decide what you want to do the next time. I'll be right back. Are you guys talking? I'll be there in a minute, ladies. I had to wait for the Keurig to warm up my water here. I'm surprised my husband isn't watching TV. That's usually what he does. But he took a 3-hour nap today, so. Almost done. Seems like tonight is taking a lot longer. Only because I don't want it to. Come on already. Thank you. Come on. I didn't forget you guys. Is you guys still with me? There's my cup of coffee. That's why it takes so long. It's so big. Let's see. I'm checking back to see what you guys have been talking about. Ooh, Christmas rosettes. Ooh. Let's see. I'm going to do a video later about the kids after the. Do your grandkids live with you, Michelle? How do you make Christmas rosettes? See, that's the kind of stuff that that's an embellishment that I would love to learn how to do. Oh, nice. Jeressa, I'm just learning this paper crafting too, but I do so many, I watch so many YouTube channels, and what I do is like, when I'm doing with Scrap-A-World, I do what she says to do, and I pause it, and I do everything that needs to be done, and then I start it again so that I can go right along with her, so I'll get it down. Let's see, I will be needing to do one myself soon. Ooh, 60 subbies, good for you. Yep, we all start somewhere. Tell you what, when I used to teach quilting, the one thing I used to tell the girls, do not give away or throw away your first quilt, because I wanted them to be able to look back a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and see how far they've come. Because you really do, the more you do, the better you get. So, and if you've been crafting with your mom all these years, you got this, girl. You'll do. I think we're our own worst critics. I think that's what it comes down to. Because I never like what I do. Never. But I still go ahead and send it out because I made it with heart. So, and that's the important part. That it's something that's relaxing to you, something you enjoy doing, and you make it with heart. So, you know, that's all. As long as you make it, Jeressa, with love, that's all that matters. So just make it with love. And if people want to be critical, then they're not really your friends. So move on. Simple is good. You don't have to be over the top. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I originally made for Scrap-A-World, only to find out right before I got on here that I have to redo them all because they all had to be made from the same paper pack, and I did not realize that. Hold on. So, silly me, I had a bunch of 6x6 papers that I wanted to use up. So I thought, well, I drug them all out and I made 6 different books. Yeah, well, no, you have to make 6 identicals. So this was my first one. This was I Need to Whine a Bit. And it's just a flip photo book. But now it's going to go into, yep, I'll probably give it away as a prize on something. So that was that one. And then I made a belly band, of course, with the grapes, because I live in wine country here in New York. For those of you that like wine, you know New York and California wines are supposed to be the best. So that one's no good anymore because I can't send it in now. And then this one I was calling my spring one. And then I did ta-da, 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 ta-da. Yep, again, no good because it had to be all from the same paper pack as the last one, or all 6 have to be from the same paper pad. And, you know, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't realize that. But look at the belly band. Isn't that adorable? I love what I did with that belly band. It's so pretty with the lace. So, but eventually I will probably give all these away in some sort of challenge or just a hidden giveaway or something. Who knows? This was my Christmas. This was a close to my heart paper one year, and I absolutely loved it. I think it's called City something. Sidewalk Cities, I don't know. But anyway, isn't that beautiful paper? Look at that paper. But anyway, again, can't use it for the swap. So I took out another pad of paper, and I'll remake them when my daughter is here because she likes to sit and work on coloring and that. So I'll try and remake them while she's sitting here and then decorate them after I take her back. Here's my next one. This is fall. Look at the cute little ladybug on the belly band. My little sunflower pot. And these are all fall papers. So that was that one. Aren't those cute? The little acorns. But anyway, so, and then I have two more different themes. Here is the Halloween one. Look at those candy corns. And I used eyelash trim. And the googly eyes, can you see the googly eyes? I don't know if they show up there or not. So anyway, so, and then I put, whoops, I put some bling in there because, you know, Halloween, I just don't do it. But I happen to have this in from a scrapbook page that I made for my son's Halloween when he was a kid. And this was their Close to My Heart's paper last Halloween. So I went ahead and bought it so I could do his things from his school years. So that's why I had that. And this is my spring one. And that's a cute little belly band. And I put thread through the buttons. Oops. Oh, I had that upside down anyway. Oh, that would have been bad. Oh, Lord help me. So, but those are pretty colors, aren't they? Good thing I can just take this off. I don't think I hot glued it, but I'll fix it later. But anyway, so those were them, but now I can't use them, so I'll remake them. And I'll give these out as something along the way. But I think I have a pad of paper that I can work with. So, yeah, wasn't that they were buttons and I just clipped off the back. Hi, Dawn. How's your son? Yes, Angela, the challenge that I'm doing is a thankful challenge. And I have a hidden giveaway on another one. I just did a challenge with Jerissa and I sent her in a package. I even sent it in a different thing than all the rest of them, only to find out I should have sent in 6 and not 5. So she got gypped, but I will take care of it when I come back from Georgia. I felt bad though because I had actually gotten the mint chocolate cocoa because she had mentioned that mint dark chocolate was her favorite. So, oh, what can I tell you? How old is your son, Dawn? You can't find the infuse tool anywhere here in Florida. Really? You mean the heat tool? Is that what you call the infuse tool? Well, my baby turned 33 today, so, and he'll always be my baby. So that's just the way it is. Yeah, I because being diabetic, the doctor told me I could have dark chocolate, just can't overdo it. So I do dark chocolate. It's not my favorite. Milk chocolate is my favorite. So, but it is what it is. My oldest is 38. That's my daughter. Yeah. I'm old. I'm 60. I turned 60 this year, back in July, and I'm darn proud of it. So, yeah, I don't hide my age. I'm just proud to have made it to be 60. Kind of a weird thing to be proud of, but I always thought I would not be here by the time I was 60. So there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Gosh, by the time I was 50, my kids were all out of the house. I had my first one at 22 and my last one at 27. So, excuse me while I drink my coffee, but I needed my coffee. Well, if you're talking about the heat tool, Jerissa, I can always pick you up one with a coupon that I have and mail it to you. If you can't find them down there, because up here we have, what one do I have? It's either We Are Memory Keepers or Heidi Swap, I'm not sure. But at Michael's you can use your 40% off coupon. Wow, Angela. Angie, I am old enough to be your mother. Wow, thank you. Oh, December 19th. Oh, just in time for Christmas. Wow. Hobby Lobby don't got it. My Michael's didn't have one Sunday. I can, like I said, I'll be happy to do that for you. And you can just pay me. Where in Florida are you? Because my home in Georgia is right on 95. I'm a mile off the highway at the Florida-Georgia line by Yulee. So, Winter Park? That's just
Orlando.
That's near Orlando, right? Huh. I don't know. Are we going to Orlando at this trip, honey?
No.
Oh, we won't be in Orlando till January, so. But like I said, I can mail it to you. Just let me know what you want to do. I'm just learning how to use that, and I talked to one of the girls on YouTube because she was making shaker carts, and I told her I haven't had any luck with it, but she thinks that maybe I try and go too fast or too slow. Well, I think I must go too slow because I melt holes right through it. So, but she also said to use a glass cutting plate, which I don't. I use a rubber heat resistant mat because I thought that would be good. So yeah, Jerissa, let me know because I'll be happy to mail it to you. You know, like I said, I want to get learning how to do that because I would love to do shaker pockets in that, especially for pocket letters. So, but like I said, no success on using mine. But I am going to rewatch how she told me she did hers. So I want to make this candy corn shaker I saw on YouTube. Cute. With real candy corn? I'm looking for a fuse tool, but I do not have craft stores around here. Where do you live, Michelle? Shaker tags. Nice. Oh, beads. Nice, Jerissa. Where do you live, Michelle? I'm looking to see if it's on your... It's not on this box. I mean, I know here, to go to any craft store, I have to travel anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Oh, Florence, Colorado. Huh. Well, I can do the same for you. Of course, I have to do in separate visits to Michael's for the 40% off. But I think they were $29 something, and then you can use a 40% off coupon. So, and then of course the shipping to ship it to you.
You can probably just buy it on from Michael's online.
Yeah, you know what, Michelle? My husband said you can probably get it online at McDonald's. You know what I'm thinking of. at Michael's and use your 40% off coupon, have it shipped to you. And that might be cheaper because I think at Michael's they have free shipping this week. I'm not positive. Huh. Check it out, Michelle, and find out. If you can buy it online like that, that'll shave you. That'll shave you, girl. That'll save you shipping. So check it out. You too, Jerissa, because they have the 40% online too. Why not? I think they are $20 to $25. Oh, that's what I thought. I think I paid $29 and then I had a 40% off coupon. Plus I get another 10% military discount. So it ends up being almost 50% off for me. So, you know, but if it's already on sale, I can't get that. I can just get the sale price and then the military discount, as long as it's not a clearance item. And they never have those on clearance. Aquarium shaker. Huh. Used a flat iron like your curling iron? I've never seen that. An aquarium shaker. What YouTube channel? Do you remember, Jerissa? They sew them? Well, if you sew through the plastic, the glitter, unless you're using chunk glitter, is going to come out. Oh, okay, Michelle. Oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea. Very good thinking, Jerissa. Yeah. Yeah, because when you sew it, it pokes holes. And if you're using glitter, it's going to come out. Unless you're using chunky glitter or something really big. Because even if you're using tinsel glitter or something like that, that's going to come out those holes. Oh, Jerissa, if you get your fuse tool and figure out how to do that, put it up, because I think that would be awesome. Yeah, sequins would work if you're going to sew it. I think if I make another junk journal anytime soon, I am going to sew that too, because I love the look of I'm a Cool Mom's sewn in pockets and stuff. I thought I'd try it, see, but I just hate to use my expensive sewing machine on sewing through paper, but it's a needle. You just replace the needle, I guess. Okay, well, I'll have to go check that out. Yeah, she does make lovely things. And somebody said, yeah, she makes beautiful stuff, but it's expensive. That takes a lot of time, and she spends a lot of time hunting down the products that she needs. So, I mean, her junk journals are not junky. You know, they're beautiful journals. Now, I saw a lady's journals last night on YouTube. Whoa, baby, were they gorgeous. She used a lot of Tsunami Rose. And oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I don't know, but I went on to see, and I couldn't afford to even buy the digital kits because you need so many different, and even at like $3 or $4 for each section of the kits, that would add up by the time you're done. Unless you're going to keep making the same junk journals, like if you're selling them or something, yeah, I can see that. So, Dawn, do you have a lot of junk journals that you've made online? Well, I bought some digital papers, but the problem is some of them I found out afterwards are made for 12 by 12 papers. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a printer at home that prints out 12 by 12 papers. And if you try and put it on an 8 by 10, they get all discombobulated. So it's just not pretty. So I'm kind of leery about that now because I didn't know that. But I did stop at, I think it was Staples, and they will print out the 12 by 12, but it comes out to like $1.50 a sheet. Well, yeah, I can go to Michael's and get that. So, no, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I've been looking at the crocodiles for the corner punches because I have a cheap little corner punch that I tried to punch through on my tag swaps, and yeah, it just wasn't good. So now I've ruined even the cheap one. So I've been looking at the crocodiles because they go through heavy stuff. I did buy a We Are Memory Keepers, what do you call it? Not stapler, but to put in your, what are they called? When you're making eyelets. That's it. So, yeah, so we'll see. I've only made 3 or 4 envelope file folder covers. Oh, I made one of those. Not process videos. Well, you have to tell me how it works, Jerissa, because, you know, that it's a lot of money to invest even with the 50% off coupon. And I see the girls. Now I have a crocodile that I thought was a corner rounder, but it's not. It's a corner. It makes one little fancy corner. And then on the other side, it makes a similar corner, but it takes the chunk out instead of having it. So, oh, Halloween journal for your daughter. That's nice. I'll send you one of these. I have a fall one. I have a Halloween one here. So yeah, so I'd like to check into the crocodile. There's another thing, and I thought, do I want to buy that or not? They have the pinwheel, I think it's called. We Are Memories Keepers, but I don't know if it's really necessary to have that. I think if I just sat down and really paid attention, I could probably make the pinwheels without having anything special. But they do have a pinwheel board, but just haven't decided whether or not it's worth doing that or not. So we'll see. Have you guys ever used one of those? Now I've been looking for ideas on using my envelope punch board from Stampin' Up. People have a lot of new ideas on using those up, so I really want to check out. Now one girl, I think she said she used the envelope punch board to make her flowers, but I still haven't figured out how you would do that. I know, decisions, Dawn. It's terrible. Where do I spend my craft money? You don't have any of the boards, so how do you make your envelopes, or do you just buy them? I went to that paper place that Crystal and Brittany were talking about. I got a box of 300 envelopes, A2 size, for like, I think they were $15. Now, you think 300, that would last you a lifetime, but I do, I try and do 50 cards a month for the church, because our church sends out 120 cards a month to shut-ins and widows and widowers. So I try and give them 50 cards with the envelopes every month. So 300 isn't going to last me long. Matter of fact, I put a pretty good debt into them already. So now when I go down for the winter, I'm going to have to carry them back with me because I'm not paying to ship 50 cards. So I do have one of those boards, but I had gotten it, I used a Stamping Up Hostess money for getting the envelope board. I am one of these crafters, if it's not on sale or if it's not on clearance or I don't have a coupon, I'm not buying it. I can wait.
And you'll drive 100 miles to do it.
And my husband says I'll drive 100 miles to save. So
50 cents.
whatever. Maybe. It's a wonderful ministry, Dawn. It really is. And I can't tell you how many of these elderly people that come up and say when they read, well, they know that it's not a store-bought card, first of all. Just looking at it, they know it. But then when they read on the back and find out it's from me, now they all know it's from me. But at first, they would come up and say, you don't know how much that means to me. Well, I don't feel good for me. What I feel good is that it made them feel good. You know, I just tell them it was my joy to do it. So it really is a wonderful ministry. I only every other month do I actually mail cards because we all take turns in this. Our ministry for that, for taking care of our elderly and shut-ins, it's called Love in Action. So I only have to do the actual mailing of the cards every other month. So this is my month to actually mail them. So what she does is she gives you the stamps and envelopes and addresses and everything in a Ziploc bag, all the cards, and then you send out 2 a week. And she, you know, that's just because there's so many people in this ministry. Well, hello there. How are you? I am doing good. And you? Do you got your water back going, honey? Have things settled from the hurricane? Liz just went through the hurricane that hit down there in Florida, and what a mess. Good night, Jerissa. Thank you for coming on, and we will see you again soon. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. Okay, you have a great night. God bless. I don't think Dawn's leaving. I think Jarissa's leaving. Let me see. Oh, really, Dawn? Where do you live, Dawn? Are the insurance companies that slow on getting the work done for you, or just there's not enough people to do the work? Daytona Beach. Oh, okay. I used to live in St. Pete, and I lived in Panama City. My brother still lives in near the Clearwater area, and my niece lives in Tampa. So yeah, it's been slow. Yeah. Well, I can kind of understand that, Dawn, that, you know, it's a lot of insurance claims. But, you know, when you need a new roof, you get another bad rainstorm and your roof leaks, then you got problems inside your house. So, you know, it's kind of a two-edged sword. Awesome. 70% fixed. That's better than not. Need to buy one more thing and then you're awesome. Awesome, Liz. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good. That's got to be a pain, especially after you had just bought it. It's really too bad. I just hope no more storms. There's enough tragedies going on around us, so no more storms, please. Enough. I'm pretty sure we're going to get hit with snow here. I hope we get out of town before it hits. But Diane Dimick, I don't know if any of you know her. She does have a YouTube channel. But they've already had snow. She lives out in, not Washington. Where did I tell you Diane lives? Montana, I think it is. And they've already had snow. Terrible. Yes, one day at a time, Dawn. One day at a time. And you know what? There's nothing you can do to change it. You just got to ride it out. So, you know. But I just hate seeing friends go through hard times like that. And just, you know, it breaks my heart, especially when they have kids and the kids have to go through it and they're afraid. And I just hate that. So, but like I said, kids are resilient and they will come back and, you know, be all the stronger for what they've been through, I guess. Yeah, Houston and Puerto Rico. That, I was just hearing they now have 45% of Puerto Rico with power. 45%. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. Cannot even imagine. So, it's been a long time. Been a long time. So, they're calling for snow at the end of this week. Yeah. Michelle, I hate snow. I'll say it 100 times more. I hate snow. I can handle a lot of things, but snow anymore. I had my accident in a very, what do you call it? It was just flurries, but enough to make the road icy. And a man pulled out in front of me. And that was the end of my career and very life-changing. So I hate snow. I will stay in if there's even a threat. I know I haven't heard from Nadia in a long time either. So I was worried about her. I haven't seen any posts from her. Any. So I've been checking just to see, but I haven't seen anything. And I just don't know. Yeah, I have asthma too, but actually the snow doesn't bother it. I mean, I have to put something around my mouth if it's bitter cold, but the wood stove and the spring is worse for me. Yeah, so if anyone hears from, well, I pronounce your name Nadia, but I think I butcher it. I think it's Nadia. Let us all know, because I've been very worried about her. I haven't seen her on in, I'm going to say, a good 2 weeks. And that's not like her, because usually she does come on. Angela, are you still on here? I know you have a lot of family in Puerto Rico. Not Angela Brooks, Angela Valderas. But she was saying she is doing her D-stashes now to try and help her family in Puerto Rico and in, was it Florida? Who got really messed up with the hurricanes. So she is doing hers. Yeah, I know, Andrea, and I haven't seen anything. Oh, Dawn, she is such a sweet lady. She was born in Puerto Rico, but she lived here, but she and her husband are now down with his mother in Puerto Rico, living there. And she has such talent. And lately she has been posting some of her how-to videos. So, but I have not seen her in 2 weeks. So yeah, she was going to do a birthday challenge. So that's why I thought, okay, I was hoping it would be posted before I left, but of course she'll just end up extending it. You think it's worse than a blizzard, Liz? I mean, I can understand that to a point, but you know, here when we get blizzard conditions, the winds are high, the trees fall, you can't get out for days, you lose power, you lose heat. I mean, I think it all kind of balances out to the same. I don't know. So, two things you can't stop. You can't stop the wind and you can't stop water. So, yeah, I've been through a tornado when I lived in Indiana, and it does. You can hear the train coming, and that's when I knew we were having a tornado. Got a funny looking sky, and then all of a sudden I could hear the train, and it hit every other house. It missed my house, but it got both my neighbors. It jumped over my house. So, yeah, they're very scary. I mean, I wouldn't want to go through it, but I don't think I ever want to go through another blizzard either. So, you know. Yeah, but just thank God you're all okay, and yeah. Yeah, actually, you know, hurricanes, they can, I don't want to say predict better than tornadoes, because the hurricanes, they can watch them come in. The tornadoes are like bam, and by the time you get the information, it's too late. So I think tornadoes, I don't know. Yeah, they're not as high wind, but they can still do some damage. They really did damage to those two houses on my block. This was years ago, though. I don't even think I had my daughter yet. So we're talking a long time ago. Where I live here, because we have the mountains, we don't get tornadoes and hurricanes, and we do get very high winds, but we don't get the hurricanes and that. So I guess I'm blessed that way, even though we get snow. Yeah, you have time with the hurricanes to take cover or to relocate. My daughter, well, I call them my daughter and son, but my stepdaughter ended up in Atlanta because they had to evacuate. But my stepson is a police officer there in the town we have our home. And because he's a police officer, he had to stay. So they put them up in a hotel that had generators. And thank God there wasn't a whole lot of looting or anything, but they didn't have power for, I think it was 4 days. So yeah, but not a high crime area. There is crime there, but you know, yeah, I probably if, yeah. Now, will you, in saying that, Liz, would you evacuate, or you're just out of there? Yeah, I think we were all worried about Liz and Nadia and so many others that we knew were going through that. It was, and then when we didn't hear from them for days, you know, I kept bugging Crystal. Have you heard from them? Have you heard from them? I think she was ready to take me and throw me away. So, but Well, ladies, I think it's time for me to let you guys go. It is past my jammy time. Yeah, I don't blame you for that, Liz. Evacuate to Massachusetts. Yeah, because you have family there, right? Does your family live there in Massachusetts, Liz? We keep getting phone calls from our mortgage company down there that says because we're in Camden County, Georgia, our house is, that they were the hardest ones hit for Georgia. And, you know, if you need help, blah, 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 well, I need you to quit calling me because if I had needed help, it would have already been done. I'd have gotten a hold of them. Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, I would evacuate to Massachusetts and come back when it's all over. Yep, absolutely. You know, I don't think I'd pack up my kids and move, you know, but yeah, definitely evacuate because you need to do that. I don't understand some people that stay. Like my brother, he said we have a hurricane roof and hurricane shutters. Okay, that did not take care of the tree there in his yard. Oh, yeah, too late. So, of course, the tree came down. Thank God it missed most of his house. It took a corner of it, but, you know, and he has serious, serious health issues, and so does his one grandson who has a heart problem. So, you know, evacuate. Go to a shelter. They have those things. But I can also, part of me, understand people don't want to leave their stuff, but it's only stuff. Your life is worth so much more. So, but yeah, I would evacuate. I'd be saying, get me out of here. So, I'm a chicken. I run. Why do you think I own a home in Georgia? Because I'm not going to go through these winters. So, and when I met my husband, I was going to buy a house in Florida. Well, yeah, I can understand that too. You don't always have the money. You know, it's not something you prepare for ahead of time. So, but I told my husband I am buying a house in Florida. I am not dealing with winters up north. And then we got married, and it wasn't until 2 years ago we finally did buy a house in the south. He didn't want to do Florida, so we compromised on Georgia. So, because he wanted to do South Carolina, but they still get snow. No, hurricanes aren't cheap. Not at all. Nope. And then, I don't know how the insurance works, but I know when I lived in Florida, when a hurricane hit, I think my mom was told it's an act of God. So the insurance company didn't pay for anything. So why have it? You know? And at that time, she was a new widow. And, you know, we didn't have the money to up and go someplace. We didn't have any place to go. So we stuck through it, but they didn't pay. Yeah, I mean, they are beautiful areas, Liz. They really are. But they do still have snow, and the bad thing about them, they don't know how to handle it. They don't know they don't have snow plows and things to take care of it, or salt. So that's why I told my husband, no way. I was not going to live in South Carolina. Because we have traveled through South Carolina when there has been ice on the road. No. But if you like the seasons and you're okay with that, go for it. So, Well, my friends, I guess it's time for me to go. I've kept you guys long enough, and I will let you know when I'm going to go live again, and I will have some sort of project to work on. And if I remember to do it, I will come on ahead of time and give you a list of things that I'm going to be working with, and maybe you can give me some ideas. I don't know if that's what you guys want to do. That's fine by me. But, because I certainly don't want to talk you guys' ear off all night. Because you can see I'm a nervous Nelly. I'm always cleaning things off. But anyway, thanks for coming. God bless. $3,400 deductible. Oh my Lord heavens. I'll be praying that God will put that money to you, Liz, because that is a horrible thing that, you know, that's not money people have laying around in their savings accounts. So, God bless you all. Good talking to you. Good hearing from all of you. Glad to know everyone is good and safe. And if anyone hears from Nadia, let me know. And I'll see y'all soon. God bless. Bye-bye.